Good morning, children. Children, today I am going to take social for 9th class, 10th class, that is 19th lesson, post-war world and India. Yes, military alliance of communist nation is called as Warsaw Pact. The rivalry between two superpowers for military supremacy, ideological conflicts and economic supremacy leads to establishment of bipolar world. So the non-alignment movement, that is NAM, 1955, is an international organization formed with an aim to promote cultural and economic cooperation among newly independent countries of Asia, Africa and Latin America. The first summit of NAM was held at Belgrade in Yugoslavia in the year 1961. Present number of member countries in NAM are 120 with 17 observers. Jerusalem is holy city for Jews, Christians and Muslims alike. The movement which developed among Jews claiming for separate state for Jews is called Zionist movement. Palestinian Liberation Organization, that is PLO, is an organization formed in 1964 in Jordan with main aim to regain the Arab land in loss to Israel. Yasser Arafat is prominent leader of PLO. So who is the prominent leader of Yasser Arafat? Arafat is a prominent leader of PLO, who called for peaceful solution to Israel-Palestine issue. Iran revolution took place in 1979, which led to formation of new government controlled by Shia Islamic clerics and democratically elected leaders. The reforms introduced by Mikhail Gorbachev in USSR for revival of economy and glasnost and perestroika. India was one of the first countries to recognize China's communist government. So India is the first country which recognized the Chinese communist government. India and China signed the Panchashil Pact in 1954. India with the China country, both the countries have signed for this Panchashil Pact in the year 1954. China annexed and Tibet, which lay between India and China in 1950. Thousands of Tibetans along with Dalai Lama took refuge in India. Then India and China have conflict over issues of border dispute, Tibetan issues, water sharing, etc. China involved in India in October 1962. So China, what they did, they have involved India in the year 1962. China is a communist republic country formed in the year 1949. The first war between India and Pakistan took place in 1947 to 48 for Kashmir. So the first world war, which was between India and Pakistan to conquer Kashmir, that was held in the year 1947 and 1948. Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Pakistan occupied POK. So you may get this as a one-word question or any objective question like what is the meaning? What do you mean by POK? POK is nothing but Pakistan occupied Kashmir and the Indian province divided by the line of control. In 1964, Ayub Khan hoped to provoke a revolt in Kashmir but invading India in the name of liberating Kashmir, which led to the war. So an agreement was signed between the two countries at Tashkent in 1966 by Lal Bahadur Shastri and Ayub Khan. So the agreement between this Lal Bahadur Shastri and Ayub Khan have been signed in the year 1966. In the beginning of 1970, Pakistan faced the biggest internal crisis. The military dictator of Pakistan, General Yahya Khan, promised a democratic government and ordered elections. Supporters of Mujibur Rahman organized a liberation struggle in the form of Mukti Bahim in Bangladesh. India signed a treaty of friendship with the USSR which promised support to India. A full-scale war broke out with Pakistan in the year December 1971. The war was ended only after the liberation of East Pakistan, leading to the creation of Bangladesh and declaration of ceasefire by India. So Tashkent agreement signed between both Prime Ministers of India, Lal Bahadur Shastri and Pakistan in 1966, agreeing for ceasefire in Kashmir. Then next is Shimla Agreement 1971 was signed between Indira Gandhi, PM of India, Prime Minister of India, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, PM of Pakistan. So Prime Minister of India, that is Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mrs. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, they both have signed the agreement in 1971 for ceasefire in East Pakistan. Bangladesh was liberated from Pakistan with the help of Indian troops in 1971. Kargil war took place in 1999 between India and Pakistan. Bangladesh is an integral part of the Indian Look East policy to link up South Asia via Myanmar. India and Bangladesh have difference over issues like river water sharing, illegal migration of people of Bangladesh into India. Because of these issues, they have the quarrel between the two countries. Sri Lanka is an island country situated in Indian Ocean towards south of India. Treatment of Tamil speaking minorities by Sri Lankan government is a major irritant in relation between two countries, India and Sri Lanka. India sent its army to keep peace in Sri Lanka after the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi. India decided not to interfere when Sri Lanka began to allot war against LTTE. The determine India's relations with other countries, especially its neighbors. India signed 5 principles called Panchashila. So how were the superpowers benefited by military alliances? The military alliances benefited superpowers that for USA and USSR to expand their influence and gain access to vital resources like oil and minerals, markets for their products, and military base to launch troops, and the last one is gain economic support, etc. How did Cold War produce arms race as well as arms control. The war which was fought behind closed doors through propaganda and words without any direct physical attack is known as a Cold War. So what do you mean by Cold War? The war which was fought between closed doors through propaganda and words without any direct physical attack is known as Cold War. So after World War II, Cold War started. After World War II, Cold War started. So how did Cold War produce arms and race as well as arms control? So the war which was fought behind closed doors through propaganda and words without any direct physical attack is known as Cold War. So after World War II, Cold War was started, emerging between two rival blocs of USA and USSR, whose aim was to be superior powers in world politics. The thirsty for domination led both of them to manufacture and store nuclear weapons and arms in stockpiles. In addition to them, their allies like Britain, France, China also have built nuclear arsenals as a part of arms race. Though both blocs had enough nuclear arms to destroy the entire earth many times, they knew that fighting wars would lead to massive destruction and might threaten the whole civilization. So they maintained constrained relationship, acting as deterrent on each other. So why did West Asia become a center of tensions in the world? There had been a lot of tensions happening in the West Asia. The Kuwait-Iraq issue was at one side. The Palestine issue was there at the other side. The conflicts that developed between Arabs and Jews for occupying Palestine are often described as the West Asian crisis. Similar situations were there in Libya as well. Iran was also an issue of crisis. By the end of the 20th century, there is only one single power that dominates the world. In this context, what do you think would be the role of NAM? So NAM had a greater role in dictating the power distributions of the world. When the world notions were left, when the choice of either of existing blocs, namely US and USSR. The member countries decided to be away from the two blocs and inclined to start new separate organizations in order to protect their economic interest. So as majority of the member countries are newly independent countries from colonial rule and are still nascent in economic terms. So with mutual cooperation and support, NAM countries focus to strengthen their country's socio-economic structure, and so we can say that the formation of NAM was not merely in context of military alliances. The ethnic conflicts affected India's relations with Sri Lanka justified. Sri Lanka is an island nation in Indian Ocean, which is an immediate neighbor to India in south. Sri Lanka has majority of Tamil speaking people in northern and eastern provinces. From decades there has been demand for autonomous province for Sri Lanka Tamils, but the ruling Sinhala's government never heard their demands. So an extremist group named LTT was emerged to fight for the cause of Tamil ethnic people in Sri Lanka. Their demand rose to the level of civil war between Sri Lankan army and LTT and led to great civilian loss and human rights violation. Indian government failed to persuade both the parties, and its relation with Sri Lankan government was affected due to the ethnic conflicts. So what do you understand by the term decolonization? Decolonization is the action of changing from colonial to independent status. Some are peaceful struggles while others have become violent. So what are the main purpose of 1955 Bandag Conference? The main purpose of 1955 Bandag Bandag Conference were proposing non-alignment movement. So how did superpowers react to the principles of non-alignment? Both the superpowers were suspicious regarding principles of NAM and its implementation. US suspected that NAM is being closer to USSR on wider international issue. Why were non-aligned nations known as the third countries? Because these countries decided not to join in any of the existing power blocks of USA and USSR and started a new organization by name of NAM. As majority of the organization comprises of developing and newly independent countries, they are treated as third world in international politics. Thus, non-aligned nations are known as third world countries. So what was the reason for the conflict between Arabs and Jews? Or it can be asked like this: write a detailed note on West Asian conflicts. Jerusalem, which is situated in Palestine, is a holy city for Jews, Christian and Muslims alike. The Jews traditionally considered Palestine as their promised land from where they had been exiled in ancient times and pushed across Europe and Asia. So like this you will have to explain all the points, but Palestine inhabited by Arabs was under the control of Britain before Second World War. And as Jews were persecuted in large numbers in Germany, they moved to Palestine and wanted to establish it as their homeland, for which they expect the help of the West. This gave rise to a conflict between Arabs and Jews. In 1947, United Nations passed a resolution according to which Palestine was divided into two parts, Arab and Jewish state. The Arabs did not agree to give up their homeland. The Arabs refused to recognize Israel as a legitimate state. The policies pursued by the state of Israel increased the bitterness. The Arabs lived in Palestine were forced to leave their homes and properties and had to take shelter as refugees in the other Arab states. Give the idea of the democracy. Do you think a few countries should have a special powers in making the decision? No, I don't think that only few countries should have special powers in decision making in international organizations. They may hamper the voice of developing and third world countries, and third world countries may not get equal opportunity to present their problems at global level. Only a few countries which can special status, mostly developed countries, may use veto power to reject the valid decision made by developing countries if they feel it is against their progress and development. So like you have a map picturing reading skills. So look at the map of India and Bangladesh and see why cooperation between the two countries is vitally important to both. A major part of the boundary of the Bangladesh is shaded by India on all the three sides except that of a small region that falls at southeast with Burma again. Burma again. The majority rivers of Ganga and Brahmaputra flow into Bangladesh and then drain into Bay of Bengal. So Bangladesh has the extension of both the Gangetic Plain and the Sundarban Delta, a lot of geographical uniqueness. Thus Bangladesh shares with India, so a better understanding and greater cooperation between India and Bangladesh are important for both the nations. So like this you will have to write all the question answers and the map pointing, everything you have to attempt, children. Read the lesson. What is IPKF? It is Indian Peacekeeping Force in Sri Lanka. So like one word answers will be asked like this. What are Talibans? What is their role? And what is Prox War? What is McMahon Line? What is Cold War? So children, read the lesson once or twice and then answer all the questions and complete your notes, take the photo and send it to the school mail ID as soon as you finish your work. So till then, take care children. We will meet you in the next class with a new lesson. Bye children.